Before we begin, guys, I want to thank you again for tuning in to the Dumbfounded Podcast. It means a lot that you come back to listen to the second episode. I really hope you guys enjoy the show. I'll see you in it. Alright, I want to welcome everyone to the Dumbfounded Podcast, where I dig up the weirdest, wildest, and straight up dumbest moments in history, because apparently, stupidity isn't just a modern thing. I'm Thomas Collins, and every month I try to prove that the past was just as ridiculous as the present, and with that, let's get dumbfounded. Alright, so today's topic is the Battle of Karánsebes, where the Austrian army looked fear in the eye and then shot itself in the foot, repeatedly, in the dark, while drunk. Let's get into it. Alright, so the year is 1788, and the Austrian Empire is geared up to fight the Ottoman Empire. And I mean geared up, they are marching a massive army into Eastern Europe with all the organization of a last-minute group project in college. The Austrian army was huge, around 100,000 troops or so. But there's a catch. It's made up of soldiers from all over the empire. Germans, Hungarians, Croats, Czechs, Poles, Italians. It's like the medieval version of the Eurovision Song Contest, but with more bayonets. So what could go wrong? So they're camped near a small town called Karánsebes. Tensions are high. The Ottomans are out there somewhere. And the group of scouts, cavalry guys, head out at night to check the area for enemy movement. And do they find enemy troops? No. They find booze. Specifically, they run into the local alcohol sellers that were probably like, hey, you guys want to buy some questionable liquor in the woods at night? And the scouts say, yes, absolutely. So they buy all the alcohol, every drop, and they start drinking hard. So they're out there in the dark, getting completely hammered, having a full-on soldier frat party. At this point, they're a few mugs away from attempting Sweet Caroline in 6 different languages. Now, another group of Austrian soldiers show up, probably hearing the party, and they're like, hey, we smell schnapps. Can we join in? And the scouts are like, nah, we bought it. It's ours. And that's where everything begins to spiral. Because instead of, being adults about it, they start arguing, then shoving, then someone pulls out a weapon, because nothing says solid conflict resolution like bayonets and blackout drinking. Someone fires a shot. Everyone freaks out. One soldier nearby hears gunfire, and what does a crowd do when it's confused? Panic. So, back at camp, officers hear the gunshot and ask, what's going on? And the soldiers say, we're under attack. The officer's like, by who? And the soldiers scream, the Turks! They're here! So the army sounds the alarm, units start scrambling, horses are panicking, people are yelling orders in 8 different languages, which means no one understands what anyone is saying. In the chaos, a cavalry unit charges forward, right into their own infantry. The infantry panics and fires back. Now, it's just a massive drunken brawl at this point. Austrian soldiers versus other Austrian soldiers, and no one knows it. Even the artillery gets involved. That's right, someone gave the cannon guys the green light, and now they're firing live artillery into the darkness at themselves. And you might be wondering, where are the Ottomans during all this? Nowhere. They weren't even there yet. The entire disaster was self-inflicted with no enemy in sight. Just Austrian soldiers shooting Austrian soldiers while screaming confusion mid-hangover. By morning, hundreds of men were dead or wounded. Horses had bolted, camps were wrecked, and some guy named Franz was probably still yelling, where are the Turks, while holding a barrel. When the actual Ottoman army arrived days later, they found a broken, bloodied, very embarrassed Austrian force. And basically they walked in like, we win? So what did we learn? The Battle of Karánsebes wasn't a battle. It was a group panic attack with live ammunition, and is remembered as one of the greatest military facepalms of all time, because it proves a few timeless truths. Never mix alcohol with weaponry. If you're in charge of a multilingual army, maybe agree on some universal panic words first. And if your own army is the biggest threat, maybe take a look at the chain of command. Well, that wraps up another episode of the Dumbfounded Podcast, where history proves that being dumb is absolutely timeless. If you laughed, learned something, or just feel slightly smarter by comparison, do me a solid, follow the show, leave us a review. It helps more history nerds find me, and honestly, I crave the validation. If you guys have a suggestion for a show topic, please leave it in the comments. So until next time, stay dumbfounded. Thanks, guys.